also serves as a dispatcher at the Tobago Emergency Medical Service to deliver the invocation. Standing in for Pastor Edwards, we now invite Ms. Michelle Edwards-Benjamin to deliver the invocation.
Praise the Lord. Almighty and everlasting Father, as we come into your presence this morning, we are indeed grateful for the opportunity to celebrate life and to celebrate those among us that serve diligently every day. My God, in addition to all the physical recommendations and the applause that will be given to them, we pray for your spiritual reign upon them, Lord, that you will touch them in every aspect of their lives, in their health, and in their work. Father God, we thank you collectively for the opportunity to serve your people, and we pray that you will continue to bestow upon us the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding to continue to represent you in the lives of the people of Tobago. Amen and amen.
Thank you, Mrs. Edwards-Benjamin. You may be seated. We are pleased to acknowledge the presence of our distinguished guests who have joined us for this special occasion. Ms. Danique Jerry, Deputy Chairman, Tobago Regional Health Authority Board of Directors; Dr. Delmon Baker, Chief Executive Officer, Tobago Regional Health Authority; Executive Managers of the Tobago Regional Health Authority, Dr. Ian Sami; Medical Director, Tobago Emergency Medical Service, Mr. Merville Wallace; Acting Manager, Tobago Emergency Medical Service; members of the Tobago Emergency Medical Service, specially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 26th anniversary celebration of the Tobago Emergency Medical Service, fondly referred to as Tems, under the theme, Celebrating the Past, Looking to the Future. I am Josanne James, and it is my delight to take you through today's proceedings. Today's ceremony is not simply the recognition of another year in service, but a celebration, a testament of over 2 decades of unwavering commitment and selfless service of the brave men and women of Tems. The service stands as a symbolic salute to our very able emergency medical responders who answer without hesitation, proving that courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to put another's life above one's own comfort. Today, we gather to honor these remarkable men and women whose skill, sacrifice, and compassion stand as a lifeline in our moments of greatest need. It is my pleasure now to welcome someone who has had a front row seat to the evolution of Tems over the years and has contributed to its success. Join me as we welcome Mr. Merville Wallace, Acting Manager of the Tobago Emergency Medical Service, to deliver the opening remarks.
Good morning, all. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate a remarkable milestone in the life of the Tobago Emergency Medical Service. The truth is that after 26 years, we are seeing a lot of growth and development that we can be proud of. 26 years ago, the THA had a vision to provide a timely, professional, and life-saving care to the people of Tobago. And this has grown into a proud institution that continues to serve with dedication, resilience, and very importantly, with heart. This year's theme, Celebrating the Past, Looking to the Future, could not be more fitting. Today we pause to remember the journey that brought us here, to remember the pioneers of the service who laid the foundation that we are building upon, some of whom have moved on to other roles within the TRHA, some of whom have moved on, and one of whom has passed. And we must remember where we came from if we are to understand where we are going and where we would like to go. We would also like to remember that there were some EMTs who responded to the very first calls, and also remember all of the countless EMTs who came after, who have helped to bolster this service and make it into what it is today. But as we honor the past, we also cast our eyes forward. The truth is that the future of Tems is one that hinges upon innovation, one that hinges upon technology, growth, and very importantly, upon service excellence. Through tourism, sport, and other initiatives of the THA, the environment in which we now function has changed. So the needs of the people that we serve have evolved. It is now different from what it was in 1999. With new training initiatives, opportunities, stronger partnerships, both internally and externally, modern equipment, and a deep commitment to professional development, we are poised to not only meet tomorrow's challenges, but to shape the standard of emergency care in Tobago for generations to come. For this, I must say thank you to Dr. Sami, Dr. Solomon, Dr. Baker, as well as the other members of the Tems improvement team who have worked tirelessly to try to get us some of the things that we need. Some we have seen already implemented, and there are countless others that have been worked upon. Some members of staff have been parts of some of these discussions, and we really hope that these things bear fruit going forward. And I'm certain with the support that we have been receiving from all the different departments of the TRHA that a lot of these will come to fruition. So it is now upon us to do what is necessary to benefit from these opportunities. Today is not just about celebrating 26 years. It is important, and it is most important to remember that it is a celebration of the people, of the members of staff of this department. Because without the members of staff, without you, the department will not be able to function, and it will be nothing. The commitment and dedication of the staff, both past and present, our partners and our stakeholders who have supported us along the way, and most importantly, the people of Tobago, whose trust and confidence must always inspire us to do better each day. As we celebrate our 26th year, let us continue to build on our foundation of service, teamwork, and resilience. Let us honor our legacy by preparing for the future where every patient, every family, every single community can depend on us when they need us the most. On behalf of the Tobago Emergency Medical Service, I thank you all for joining us in this celebration. May today's occasion remind us of how far we've come, and may it inspire us to embrace the future with courage, with purpose, and very importantly, with unity. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace, for that thoughtful reflection on the remarkable journey of Tems. At this time, it is my privilege to invite Dr. Delmon Baker, Chief Executive Officer of the Tobago Regional Health Authority, to bring us his remarks.
Deputy Chairman of the Tobago Regional Health Authority, Ms. Danik Jerry, that's beautiful. We no longer need to compete with the air conditioning unit. Medical Director, Dr. Ian Sami of Tems. Mr. Merville Wallace, Acting Manager of Tems. Other members of the executive management of the Tobago Regional Health Authority, including the General Manager Corporate Services, Dr. Ellis Boris, and the General Manager Patient and Allied Care Services, Mrs. Michelle Benjamin, and not to leave out our Acting General Manager Primary Care Services, Dr. Okali. Our specially invited guests, all the members of Tems who are here smiling, looking good, and their phones are on, waiting for the call, just in case an emergency pops up. How are you this morning? Nah, or you some cold and how are you this morning? Good. It's good to see you. It's good to see so many of you here. And it is good that we are celebrating this, the 26th anniversary celebration. I think perhaps it may be the first celebration I'm associated with for Tems. We have to make sure that we continue to celebrate the service of all of those who contribute greatly to the work of the authority. In brief, let me take a moment to tell you that the Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Development wished that she could be here with us, but today also is the Executive Council meeting, and therefore there was a scheduling conflict that she had and could not attend at the time, could not be here with us to celebrate this time. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and dedicated members of Tems, today we gather to celebrate the remarkable milestone, the 26th anniversary of your unit and 26 years of giving dedicated service to the people of the island of Tobago. Your selfless service is truly commendable. You are the first point of contact in times of crisis. You do this with delivering your care with compassion, and you do it at the time when your clients need it the most. We acknowledge many challenges with the service. I visited the head office a month or two ago, and I saw the cramped space in which the dispatch team and the staff are forced to be accommodated in and to operate out of. And we have agreed through multiple discussions to see how best we can elevate the conditions under which the management team and the service delivery team at Tems are operating. So that is one of the major projects, Director Jerry, that the team and the board would have for the TRHA for fiscal 2026. We have been having a little fun. The challenge of driving brand new vehicles and learning when to add AdBlue and when to add diesel and where to add AdBlue and where to add diesel is something that we are working through. And I assure you that within the next couple of months, that will no longer be a question for which our ambulance operators will need to treat with. We will have a fleet of 12 modern ambulances on the island, in addition to the support of, I think, about 4 or 5 of the older units that we currently use to bring the force strength to the largest it has been in the island's history. In addition to that, what is being scoped is the expansion of the staffing complement for the team as a whole. We wish to bring service response time down from anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes now to somewhere closer to 10 minutes because of where we place your unit and where we are able to respond from when those units are in active motion. And we are looking to ensure that we are able to provide this accelerated service early in the first quarter of 2026. So we're looking to do that between the months of October and December. So by January, within a call to the dispatch center, it is hoped that we are able to respond to our clients in Tobago within 10 minutes of that call. Rapid, responsive, and responsible team members coming to seek after the best interests of our clients. Dedication, hard work, service, long hours sometimes go unnoticed. Gratitude in the TRHA must now be a must. Sometimes, you know, when you see the CEO, it's often because it's punishment. Somebody did something and we're pulling you up. But nobody spends the time to say thank you for all the many hours that you have been doing well, you've done well, you've helped, you've achieved your task, you've turned up, you've showed up for your shift on time. And I want to spend a few seconds, a few moments, I've spent the whole day today just to tell you thanks. Tobago is most grateful for your service. And I was smiling yesterday. I saw a video. I didn't know we had actors in the Tems unit there. There was a beautiful video being produced showing the kind of work that the team does when called at a moment's notice. A little editing will come, and Ms. Benjamin will get that video out in the public space soon. Action people, if you see the team members there responding to a gentleman in a heart attack, I was pleased to see the start. Congratulations, Dr. Sammy, congratulations, Acting Manager Wallace, congratulations all the members of the Tobago Emergency Service on this remarkable milestone. May this anniversary celebration inspire you to be better, to do better, to give more to your fellow man, and may it inspire all of us to provide the exceptional work and service that we have to the people and island of Tobago. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Baker, for your inspiring and kind remarks. To bring us the feature address is someone who is intimately instrumental to the work of Tems. Please help me welcome Dr. Ian Sabi, Medical Director of Tems.
Ms. Danny Jerry, Deputy Chair of the Board of the TRHA, Dr. Delmon Baker, CEO, TRHA, Ms. Michelle Edwards Benjamin, General Manager, Patient Care Services, Dr. Fidelis Okale, General Manager, Acting Primary Care, and Mr. Mervyn Wallace, GM, Acting GM for Tems. Before I start, I have been asked to just bring greetings from the Medical Chief of Staff. Dr. Solomon is not with us. She's actually on leave and out of the country. And unfortunately, Dr. Waldron is unwell, so he couldn't make it. But I really want to bring greetings, particularly on behalf of Dr. Solomon. I don't think you guys will fully realize this, but she has taken a particular interest in Tems and is really pushing us to do better and to organize the system and try to improve things for, of course, for our patients and our public, but for you as well. And she would have liked to be here, but as I said, she's on leave. So I just want to bring greetings from her. So as we celebrate this, our 26th anniversary, what I want to do is just look back a little bit, think about where we are at present, and look to the future. To start with, I just want to recognize some of the people who have served us in the past in leadership positions: Mr. Kurt Pierre, Mr. Lester Frederick, and now Mr. Wallace, our general managers, and our first ever medical director, Dr. Jean Richard, who again is not here. He actually happens to be out of the country, coming back today, but later today, who served for a while as your medical director. And I would like to thank these people for the work they have done and what they have contributed to the organization as it developed. More than anything, I want to start by thanking the staff for their hard work. Those of you who are here, those of you who could not make it, the organization could not function without you. And we really do appreciate all of your hard work and your professionalism. I just want to recognize that often your work goes without the appropriate thanks and recognition, and we would like to change that. But today, I want to say, despite that, we are very much appreciative of what you do. You know that my other job is as the head of the emergency department at Scarborough, and we depend on you to bring our sickest patients to us in a state that allows us to do our work, and we really appreciate that. We appreciate the way you work with us. We appreciate the way you communicate with us. I also want to just say, I'm saying these things because I know from where you stand or where you sit, it may not feel like this. We really do appreciate your feedback, and we would like to encourage you to say what you have to say. And I have to say, don't get frustrated if you are saying things to us and you think nothing is being done. You know what the public service is like. You know that everything takes forever to happen, but we really appreciate your feedback and we try to work on it. So where have we come from? I don't know how old some of you are, but I just want you to cast your mind back, if you could, to what life was in terms of pre-hospital care in Trinidad and Tobago before EHS and before Tems. Let me tell you a little story. When I was a young man, a young man just around my teenage years, I must say I was about 19 years old or so. We were sitting down at home one Christmas morning, and we heard a huge bang. And when we look outside, right across the road from us, a car had run off the road and hit a lamppost. And there were two people in the car, and they were obviously injured, and we didn't know what to do. I wasn't a doctor at the time. So we went out, we tried to help them. One of them was stuck in the vehicle. We tried to get this, we tried to get that. The fire services were called. They were on their way. But we said, we need an ambulance, we need somebody. There was nobody to call. Eventually, we got a number from somebody to call. It might have been Port of Spain Hospital or Arima. We called, and the answer we got is, well, we have an ambulance, but we don't have anybody to drive it. But maybe we could reach tomorrow. Eventually, the fire services came, extricated the patients. At that time, the fire service wasn't really providing an ambulance service, but they did get the patients to hospital. But that's a really sobering thought. We forget That is where we come from. We come from a place where there was no coordinated pre-hospital service, there were no standards, and therefore there were low or no expectations with regard to pre-hospital care. Over the years, with the development of EHS in Trinidad and Tobago, and then the further development of Tems, we now have a well-publicized, well-used service. People in Tobago know about Tems. They know that there's an ambulance service to call if you're not well, and they expect a professional service from you because that is what you have been giving them. That comes with its own challenges. Expectations are now high. People expect when they call, service will be almost immediate. They are not as forgiving when things take time, and they actually don't want to hear our excuses. And sometimes, to be honest, the expectations might be unreasonable. But as professionals, this is what we have to deal with now. The standards, there are standards now that we must meet in terms of response times, in terms of what we do, our clinical protocols, and critically in terms of public relations. Much more than us, you are in the public realm, and I am sure many of you have had the unfortunate experience that you're trying to do your job. I'm pretty much sure all of you have had this experience. You're trying to do your job. They have somebody behind you like that. Within seconds, you are on social media. We have had situations within emergency where the first we know that there's a bad accident or something is not through you because you are on scene trying to stabilize, is through social media. And I just want to recognize how difficult that makes your job. So what about the future? There are many changes for all of us. I want us to think about the changes to our environment. Something that kind of flies under the radar. Our population is getting older, and our older patients are sicker. And that provides real challenges for all of us. And I am sure that there would be many situations where you arrive at a home for an older patient and it's not easy to figure out what's going on. It's not easy to figure out what should be done. And we don't have yet a culture of, not us in Tems, but I mean as a society, we don't have yet a culture of understanding or recognizing that different patients need different needs, have different needs, and there are some older patients who are at the end of their life, and trying to be too aggressive with them is probably not in their best interest. But before we can think about that, we have to educate our public about that. So there are things that are changing there. The other big change in our society, which we have seen over the last year for sure, is violence. The gun culture from Trinidad seems to have come here and hit us really hard over the last, I would say, year and a half. It has been creeping up, but since January 2024, there was a big jump, which you guys would have seen. And that poses some challenges to our own safety and the safety of those around us that we need to think very hard about. I just again want to recognize from your point of view that we have real challenges within Tems in terms of our own work being recognized. I want to say your own work being recognized, about the infrastructure, the buildings that we work in, the equipment, the ambulances, the disposables, the technology, things like the need for radios on the ambulances, and the staffing. I want to reassure you that the people at the head, myself, Mr. Wallace, the people we work with, Dr. Baker, Dr. Solomon, as I described, are aware of this, and we are pushing hard to correct things. I know that everything seems to take time. Hopefully, with time, we will be a better staffed, better equipped, modern technological service that really is able to meet the needs of our patients. We also, in that light, will be seeing changes to the service. Dr. Baker talked about these. Some of these are to our benefit, as we said, the staffing, technology, and so on. Some of these pose their own challenges. We talked about the social media presence already. We in Tems now serve 2 hospitals, Roxborough and Scarborough. They are not the same, and that does pose some challenges in terms of how we interact with the 2 hospitals. Part of our vision for the future is a better staffed, better equipped, more technological service. In particular, we would like the technology to allow for real-time communication with each other, but also with the hospitals. Better documentation, those PCR forms, it is possible for them to be electronic so that they can be filled out in real time, and that information can get to the hospital in real time, and we are exploring that. Of course, that is not going to happen overnight, but we are exploring that. I hope that soon we will be able to reintroduce online medical direction and reintroduce the administration of certain specific key drugs by you to patients that need it. I'm going to say it again, everything takes time. And the thing about that, of course, is that for your safety and for our safety, the medical directors, that has to come at the tail end of real training, written protocols, and an understanding of how that is supposed to work. But it's going to happen. I'm going to make a little promise. I hope I don't regret saying this. Talk to Mr. Wallace already. I am intending that from the first week in September, we are going to have tutorials for all of you to relearn about the drugs that you should be using. It have to go that way. We have to do that first. While we're doing that, we will be trying to find a way of ordering the drug for the ambulances so that by the time we get the drugs, you will have been trained. My big thing is I have to convince my colleagues, the senior doctors in emergency, that you are ready for them to be able to take calls from you saying, Doc, I have a patient with cardiac chest pain. I want to give sublingual GTN. They have to, remember, they're on the end of a phone. They have to be trusting of you enough that they would say, yes, I could take that call and have a sensible conversation. So we are moving there. It takes time. The last thing I want to just do is let us think a little bit, as we think about where we came from, what we're doing now, where we would love to go. I want us to think a little bit about what are some of our core values and responsibilities. So I work in emergency medicine. We have a lot of overlap in what we do. We are on the ground. We are accustomed to getting down and dirty. And our colleagues who work in more pristine ivory towers don't understand that. But we need to know who we are. We are here more than anything to care for our patients. You more than me are in a situation where you have frightened people who are sick, might be in pain and distressed. And you are often, not may well be, but are often, usually the first healthcare professional that they see. You carry a very heavy burden on your shoulders. They don't always understand that with your best efforts, what you can do in that environment is limited, but is important. But you need to maintain your professionalism and provide that service in a way that helps your patient, but also reassures them and their relatives. And I know that is not easy. Sometimes the person you're supposed to be reassuring is up in your face and getting your back up. That's the environment in which we work. You also have more than us in emergency. You have a strange other responsibility that kind of almost shouldn't be yours, but it is, which is you have a responsibility for the safety and security of those around you. So I know in the bigger picture, if you're thinking about safety and security, according to the situation, the real responsibility lies with police or fire services for some environmental stuff. But you know, often you are the first person there. You have to have your brain on. You have to be able to do that. We have to make sure you are trained to do that. You have to show your public that you can look after them in terms of their safety and security. You have a responsibility to always be professional in your conduct. I'm going to say it again. This could be your friend, but it could be your enemy. Don't be fooled, eh? Every little slip can get out there. You might do everything perfectly, and then as an aside, you think nobody watching. I don't know what's wrong with these people now. And that's the only thing that will end up on social media. So we have a responsibility for conduct. Part of our professional responsibility also includes respect. Respect for ourselves, respect for our colleagues, and respect for our patients. And I know that you do. I know that you do. Sometimes it's difficult. You have a responsibility to the public, and part of that is public safety. I want to take you back to a time nobody wants to remember, 2020 to 2021, COVID. Part of our responsibility is about the health of the public. I am always very happy when any of you guys bring somebody in and you worried that they may have an infectious condition, and you come and tell us, Doc, I don't like how they coughing. Doc, I hear that in the past they had TB, you know. Anything like that protects you, protects us, but also helps us protect the public. A lot of times, things like epidemics and pandemics are recognized by you guys on the ground, nobody else. You do have a responsibility to your organization as well. And it's just, I said it before, and I'm going to dwell on it. Remember, we value your feedback. When things are happening on the ground, come and tell us. Not always we could do something about it, but if we can, we certainly will. I just want to end on probably, in a funny kind of way, your most important responsibility. You have a responsibility to yourselves, okay? Self-care is important. You're out there dealing with the public every day. Think about your safety. Think about your mental health. Think about your work-life balance. We love the hard work you do. If you don't look after yourself, you wouldn't be here to help us, okay? So with that, I just want to end where I began by telling all of you, thank you very much for your hard work, your professionalism, and your dedication to your job. We really look forward to continue working with you and to moving the service ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sami. Every story has a beginning, and for emergency medical service, it began in 1999, when two men answered a single call. We are honored to welcome one of two pioneers as he recounts the pivotal moment that marked the beginning of this 26-year journey. Let us welcome Mr. Kester Bob, Health, Safety and Environment Officer and former emergency medical technician with the Tobago Emergency Medical Service.
Good day to everyone. I wasn't expected to be here making a speech today, right? Yes, she's correct. Myself and Levi Clark, who isn't here today unfortunately, were the first EMTs to go on a call. The time when the call came, I was very nervous. I was excited. A lot of emotions was running at that point in time. The person who came with me was Bill Hill. He was yes, correct, yes. And he was there not to assist, but to make sure that I was doing what I was supposed to do. I was very nervous, but within time, when he asked the questions, because it was I believe it was a burn patient, a person who got burnt, right? And he asked questions, and I was still nervous, you know, and Levi was there reassuring me as well. And with time, the knowledge just came back, and I remembered everything I was supposed to do. When we got there, when we got to the hospital, Mr. Bill Hill, you know, he shook my hand, he shook Levi's hand, and he said, well done. You know, and it actually felt a certain way that I felt proud that I was the first, right? Mind you, I wouldn't really want to be the first, but I was the first. And every day, I'm appreciative of that we are not just the first EMTs in Tobago, but I believe in the Caribbean. I could say that proudly because this was a pilot project. Thank you. This was a pilot project that was foreseen by the Tobago Regional Health Authority. All right, so we are the first in everything, the first. Nobody can take that away from us. Right, and in closing, As I said, Levi couldn't be here, right? I dedicate this to Levi Clark. I dedicate this to him. And last but not least, I don't know if the younger heads know about this one, but we were dubbed Angels on Wheels. And I hope that this comes back again, that we are Angels on Wheels. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bob, and thank you for your service. The roots of achievement are nourished by gratitude. With this in mind, we now move into the presentation of tokens, a moment where we honor the dedication, perseverance, and remarkable contributions of our emergency medical personnel. I am pleased to invite Ms. Michelle Edwards-Benjamin to preside over this significant aspect of our program.
So before I present, I just want to recognize our Deputy Chair of the Tobago Regional Health Authority, Ms. Danik Jerry. I also want to recognize our hard-working CEO, Dr. Delmon Baker. I also want to recognize the members of the executive team of the Tobago Regional Health Authority, and of course the medical director of Tems, Dr. Ian Sammy, and most of all our VIPs for today, our EMTs who are sitting amongst us, and other members of staff of the Tobago Regional Health Authority. And of course, I have to shout out my favorite DJ in the back. Right, so that's the setting. So I am indeed pleased to, and I'm honored actually, to be asked to preside over this segment of the celebration today. One of the reasons given to me was that, well, Ms. Benjamin, we understand that you have some history with the, to present this token to Mr. Bob, and to, well, his name is on it, but we also believe that there is one in the wings for Mr. Levi Clark. This award in honor of your unwavering dedication as one of the first responders of the Tobago Emergency Medical Services in 1999. So DJ, I like that music, you know, but I need something different. These fellas don't know about that music. There's a song that we hear when we are coming down the highway that we have to pull over for them to pass. You have that? Come Google it quick. You don't know this, that means he doesn't pull over. He doesn't pull over because he doesn't know that song. So, yes, I actually was part of the TRHA predating the EHS service. And my experience in Tobago was that there were ambulances situated in specific villages throughout the island. And if you live in my part of the island where for a long while there was no telephone service, if you had an emergency, somebody had to go to the house of the person who has the ambulance, because the ambulance used to be parked in their yard, and call them, and if they're not out fishing or doing something else, they will come and take your patient to hospital. I benefited from that because even back in the day when I had to work 2 to 10 as a junior RN, I used to call the guy and say, well, listen, you're working, all of us working for the same people, so you had to come and pick me up in Moriah to take me over the hill. So he used to come and pick me up after 10, 11 in the night so I could get home safely. So I benefited from that as well. That's just a little history. I do also remember the exciting time when the men and women in blue came on board. They were the men and women in blue. Their uniform changed after, but they were the guys in blue. And I would tell you, as a nurse in the A&E department, listen, we used to vex, you know. We used to real vex. Every single patient, cough and cold, they used to come in with oxygen. All of them was on a backboard with neck brace. Come on, you tell me, Paula? Every man jack strapped up to a backboard, neck brace, oxygen going, regardless of your complaint. And the next thing is that, listen, entire families used to call EHS because when they called them, they would get through faster in A&E. So mommy, daddy, listen, one time the ambulance pulled up, what hour in the night? Mother and 5 children, cough and cold. Come on, all your cough for doctor, cough, let doctor here. But what we loved about that time was that there was a fellowship, a camaraderie. I was a nurse in the A&E department. I knew all my EMTs. I knew all of them. They knew us. And there was a standard. And even to today, we still recognize and hail each other up because we know where we came from. And at that time, those guys didn't just waltz in and occupy a space. They had to fight for their space. Because remember, they were replacing a system that was there before. So there were people who were eager to prove that they were no good. And they did blow that mindset out of the water because they were indeed excellent. So I guess that's why I was asked to do the presentation of the tokens and not necessarily the age factor. So I would also want to call with me Mr. Wallace, who has all the information that I have to go on. Mr. DJ, good, nice. You see why he's my favorite DJ, right? Mr. Wallace. Okay. And so I would again want to invite the lovely Danique Jerry to assist us with the distribution of these tokens. Now, these are tokens that are for every single member of our EHS team, but we will be calling those who are present today. Okay, so Director Jerry, please, and thank you. So I also need the support of the audience because I'm going to call the names and I expect the siren to go on, the lights, blue lights to come on, and I also expect the audience to respond, right? Good, so let's go. Emergency mode now. Dwayne Wilson. Nice. Fanfare, this is a female. It's a female coming, come on. Paula Jacob. One of our first. first female EMT. Mr. Samuel Lovell. Miss Crystal Forbes. Mr. Kellen Cowan. Miss Joanne James. And this is a lady from way back, so you all need to kind of do a standing ovation. Mr. Raynel Raja. Or is it a miss? Miss Raynel Raja, sorry. Mr. Dane Allen. Old school from way back, Mr. Allen. Mr. Gerald Hector. Mr. Hector is not here. Okay, we move on. Mr. Aaron Ramdas. Mr. Akeem Ramsey. So, standing ovation, everyone please stand. Blue lights, siren, Mr. Garfield Charles. Mr. Garfield Charles was in fact an attendant at the Scarborough General Hospital and transferred over to the EHS service. So he was one of the very first men in blue. Garfield, I know your files. Thank you all very much. Please have a seat as I call our CEO to continue with the presentation. He's bowing out. He's handing over to a man, I don't want to describe, to Dr. Fidelis Okali, our acting GM primary care at this point in time, a man who is well suited for the occasion. And he also has history with the EHS, eh? So, there we go. Standing ovation. I'm sorry, I have to ask you all to stand again. Standing ovation. Ladies and gentlemen, Hayden Miller. So you can have your seats for the moment, and notice there are certain people who must get a standing ovation. So it's just exercise, but it's well worth it. So Mr. Jason Bonas. Mr. Colin John. Standing ovation, please. Standing ovation. EHS has truly produced some excellent sons and daughters. Mr. All right, you will have your seat. Is my villager, but he wasn't in the first batch, okay? Hailing from Castara, Mr. Karen Jackson. Missing some person. We are missing some persons. Mr. Wallace, please. Miss Kamisha Jofield. Miss Zane Seals. I am seeing two guys sitting there. I know they are probably no longer with us. Fellas in blue, and they dressed in blue, eh? Can you please stand so that we could recognize you? Mr. Murray? Yes, sir. Stand, please. You are still with us? Well, I didn't call you. I didn't get to recognize you. I know my people, you know. I know my people very well. Come, give him the blue lights, give him the standing ovation, give him everything. He'll get the bag afterwards. Come, please. have the retired people amongst us? Please come forward. Not sure if the contents of the bag would be relevant, but you need your moment in the lights as well. So thank you, cameraman is saying to.
Good afternoon, all. I just said I must use this opportunity to say something about this gentleman here, Mr. Miller, because it is not only when someone, Mr. Joe Field, sorry, Mr. Joe Field. I mean, I know so many of them because we all work together, right? It's not only when someone passes on that we say something good about them. So this gentleman here, though he's no longer in the service, I remember a situation where, as a young officer, medical officer, I lost my wallet. And that wallet has everything inside it. My bank card, my ID card, and some words of money. And I mean, you can imagine, put yourself in my situation, you lost your things. And I just said, well, what am I going to do? And lo and behold, it was in the hands of this gentleman who picked it up. I think it's somewhere inside, outside the grocery or so. And he called me and gave it to me. And I will never forget that. So I want you guys to join me in appreciating him.
And before you go, Dr. Okali, you all can have your seats because I want you to stand up one last time. So before you go, Dr. Okali, I want to present this token to an EMT, and this guy has everything going for him. He is one of the guys from way back. He is one of our stalwarts for excellence. And the best part, he from Castara. So put your hands together, blue lights, red lights, standing ovation, Mr. Melville Wallace. Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to Director Jerry and to Dr. Okali. I now hand you back to your host. Apparently they don't want me to leave. So I want to call Dr. Ian Sammy. DJ, don't pack up the song as yet. Don't retire that song as yet. Dr. Ian Sammy, we are asking. We want to call Clevon Peters. Mr. Peters. told that we have one more. Two more. Keep it coming. Mr. Akeem Holder. And last but not least, Mr. Elon Barrow. Akil Aline. I'm not saying anything about last but not least. Makeda Charles. Daniel Toussaint. Any more bags coming? Mr. Kerwin Charles. And Mr. Keston Sterling. Now this is a guy who has to get a standing ovation. Come on, come on, come on. For all time's sake. For all time's sake, Mr. Sterling. So at this time, I would like to ask you to sit, please. I would like to thank Dr. Sammy for his services. I would like to ask the DJ to retire the song track, and I hand you over to the host.
Thank you, Mrs. Benjamin, for that spirited presentation. To officially close this part of today's celebration, I now invite Mr. Leon Peterson, Acting Supervisor at Tems, to bring the closing remarks. In his stead, if one thing has been clear throughout today's ceremony, it is that the Tobago Emergency Medical Service has transformed the landscape of emergency care on the island. In many ways, Tems embodies the very truth captured by the words of the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of Dominica, who stated that outside of the 10 Commandments, we can change anything we wish to change in this world. To usher us into the next part of today's celebration is the soulful songs of Mr. D. John Saul. Join me in welcoming him. Feel free to sing along and stay with us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow colleagues, co-workers, and I would want to say thank you all for putting this thing here together. Is something that we've been looking forward to a long time now. I just want to sing a song of appreciation for all of us. You all can stand, you all can sing, you all can dance with me, all right? Take it on. Take it on, Lord. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. When times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the streets, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you, and I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down. I will lay me down. Thank you. This will do the next one, you know. Change the beat a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, 'cause from a little cottage in the grill, I brought these lines to you. Oh, 'cause from a little cottage in the grill, I realize I love you still, yeah. From a little cottage in the grill, way down Western Grill, Richmond sits, he sits fighting for your love. Julie, I miss you, and all my lips wanna kiss you. I call you on the phone, to my surprise you weren't at home. 'Cause from a little cottage in the green, I brought this lines to you. Oh, 'cause from a little cottage in the green, I realize I love you still. Oh yes, brothers get in jail, some hooked on cocaine, some getting high, licking on the coffee pie. Some get high, jamming Sansamina cake, then go west towards Sunset at the Rich Cafe. 'Cause from a little cottage in the green, oh, I wrote these lines to you. Oh, yes, 'cause from a little cottage in the green, I realize I love you still. Oh yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love you, baby. Hey, yeah, oh. Brothers get in jail, some hooked on cocaine, some getting high, licking on the coffee pie. Some get high, jamming Sansamina cake, then go west towards Sunset at the Ritz Cafe. 'Cause from a little cottage in the grill, whoa, whoa, I brought these lines to you, yeah, yes. 'Cause from a little cottage in the green, I realize I love you still. Oh, 'cause from a little cottage in the green, I brought these lines to you. Oh, 'cause from a little cottage in the green, I realize I love you still. Thank you.
Say she only got one life, can't stay on the job site. Make a memory for a lifetime that could last. Yeah, come on baby, knock a glass with two eyes. She don't catch feelings, she catch flights. So she coming back to the sunshine paradise. Lauren saying cold out in New York City. Say she coming home, but she must start to play. Lauren saying cold out in New York City. Say she coming home, cause she must start to play. If you hear she ballin', I need a little run away. Lauren coming home for carnival, I need a little run away. This woman not bad, she party bag, I need a little run away. She tell us she friend and family, I need a little run away. If you see Lauren, everywhere she go, what she whine and rollin'. Every video that in she phone, is she whine and rollin'. All over the road, what she whine and rollin'. When the rhythm hitting she soul, what she whine and rollin'. She come out for a good time, say a prayer and she outside. Because the season comes so fast, oh yeah. And for the ones present, not the past. Yeah, Lauren said call out in New York City. Says she coming home cause she must have to play. Lauren said call out in New York City. Says she coming home cause she must have to play. If you hear she ballin', I need a little runaway. Lauren coming home for carnival, I need a little runaway. This woman not back, she party bag, I need a little runaway. She tell us she friend and family, I need a little runaway. If you see Lauren, everywhere she go, what she whine and rollin'. Every video that in she phone, is she whine and rollin'. All over the road, what she whine and rollin'. When the rhythm hitting she soul, what she whine and rollin'.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. We do invite you to stay for light refreshments, which will be served on the outside and to the back on your right. All right, so stay with us.
I in a mood right now. Said we ready. I can't work out no way I can't fix. Oh, yeah, yeah. I want some rum, I want some girls, I want some weed. I want party. You want a party? Okay, so tell it. I don't be good, I'm in a mood and I want turn up. You should talk how you're feeling. Pour some rum right now in my cup. I can see how you're feeling. Hey. Tell the DJ to play my tune. Don't wanna see my yard no time soon. Cause I feel like why not closer? Right. I don't want to go sober. I'm in that mood. I see energy and the and I just feeling good. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. And when I'm in that mood, fuck the negative baby and I just feeling good. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. Let me go. Living in a world that can feel so sad. You should talk how you're feeling. And all the politicians them gone mad. I can see how you're feeling. I